Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out in this weather. And I want to welcome you on behalf of Paysurf Systems Incorporated. Kathy Hill, founder of C. Holloway Enterprises, is going to speak to us about female empowerment, professionalism in the workplace. I'm super excited about that. And a lot of this makes a lot of sense to me because I have certain qualifications that some men don't have. But before I get started, I just want to tell you that I figured it out. There's 3 types of men in this world. You're already laughing. No, this is serious. There's no, really, there's 3 types of men, Kathy. Did you realize that? 1, there's the man that's really, really good at math. 2, there's the man that's not very good at math. So, I want to talk about Paysurf today. Paysurf is a nationwide payroll company. We have clients in 48 states. Now, see, I told that joke at the men's seminar last week, and nobody got it. Like, men are like, Of course, they're men. They're men. They're like, I said, well, why do you call this the men's conference? It should be like the ADD conference. So, I've been working on this all week. I'm glad you laughed. Paysurf is a nationwide payroll company. My wife and I started it in 2003. I've had the luxury of being in the payroll industry since 1994. And some of you in this room knew me back then. Actually, some of you knew me before that. And it's been a real fun ride. And we just continue to grow as an organization. And we're committed to keeping this company in Angola, Indiana. We have sales branches from New York to Sarasota, Indianapolis, Chattanooga, and we have clients as far as California, and we have clients in Puerto Rico. Now, there's several people in this room that could raise their hand and say, now, Todd, you're getting carried away. So Heather, where's Heather? Heather Markle came on board with me almost 8 years ago, and she's a brilliant, bright, she's just perfect, and I'm so grateful that she is running the company. Matter of fact, Heather runs 8 companies for me. And so I just wanted to give her a quick little shout out. It's awesome. So, and the irony of all the Paysurf systems and things we do, one is payroll, and we do a great job at that. And when we first started the company, we had to learn a lot of things. We had 1 client. Now we have almost 1,000. We now own 2 staffing agencies, and that is cross-selling to all of our clients from California to New York. We have an insurance agency where we package insurance to our payroll clients, and now, of course, with the staffing component, we're able to add employees to our customer base. So it's really a cool culmination of a plan I drew up on the back of a Bob Evans placemat about 12 years ago. So things happen. Things change. People make a difference in this world. And that's kind of what motivated me here today to talk briefly about what Kathy with a C is going to do for us. So how did this come about? I just want to tell you this quick story because I think it matters. Leadership matters. And when I look at women, I think of leaders. I don't think of some of the things we're going to talk about because I'm going to read this article that they wrote in the newspaper. Is Amy here? She wrote a great article, but I read it and I'm like, I said those things, but some people can read these things different than what I said. So I want to go back to those and I want to empower you because my job this morning is to inspire you. My job is to motivate you. My job is to love you. My job is to do these things that need to be done to let you know how important you are. I had a young lady come into my office, and I needed a position filled. And she's a super special lady because I've known her since she was, I don't know, we got to be careful here, 8 years old. And super proud of her. She came in, and she wasn't doing a great job. And I talked to her and I said, listen, life is kind of funny sometimes, and I know you're trying to figure things out, but you're not doing a very good job at this situation here. And I'm just going to tell you some things, because if they don't change, you probably won't be able to stay here. And it was hard for her, because I don't think anyone's ever really talked to her that way. And I said, so here's the deal. You are PayServe. You are what we want to be. You are the image of us, because most clients from Cali to Puerto Rico don't get to see me or see Heather or see our colors and all the stuff that we do from excellence. They only hear this person's voice. So I said, so when you answer the phone, you need to sit up straight and you need to smile, because that's the beginning of our image. And so we went through some of these things. And some of the words she said were, you know, they're not bad words, but they were just words that a 20-year-old might say, not an executive. So I thought, you know, well, why? It's not fair for me just to say, you know, you're not good enough, you're too young, you're too whatever. It's incumbent on me as a leader to add that piece to help improve somebody, right? And so I said to her, I said, listen, you got to get better. And I suggest you do this. I suggest you get on the internet, because these kids know the internet, right? I said, get on the internet. Read up on executive. Read up on professional language. You go take charge. You change it. And you know what she did? She did that. She called me back. She said, Todd, no, actually, she doesn't call me Todd. It's Mr. Saylor. Mr. Saylor, I got this, I got that, I'm reading this, I'm doing that. And by the way, I came across Kathy Hill with a C. I said, well, we better go get some people over there to see that, not just you. So she got everybody rallied up in our office, and I thought, man, there's that much excitement. Maybe we should bring Kathy Hill with a C here, and maybe we could share some of these things, and maybe we could help some other people in this. So long story short, this young lady knocked it out. Super proud of her. Change matters. People matter. Intent and passion and people matter. And so if I can pass that on to you this morning, then this seminar is done. She's going to be great, but at least we got that accomplished. So my qualifications to speak are very clear to women. I'm married one. 26 years. She's awesome. I've got 3 children, all women. All women. These daughters, and I said, God, please, give me one daughter just like my wife. Just one. No, that didn't happen. So I got 3 wonderful daughters. And then to top it off, I employ almost 40 women in my company. Let's just reverse that. I have 2 men. I think that's funny. I don't know why I think that's so funny. So let me read this article. So am I qualified? Everybody raise your hand if I'm qualified to speak to you. All right, that's good. We got some buy-in for the camera if you didn't see that. Okay, so this article comes out in the paper, and yes, I need readers. PayServe System wants to empower women with an exclusive communication seminar on Thursday right here at Autumn, 6 Autumns. Those who attend will be eligible for 6 professional continuing education credits. Awesome stuff. PayServe is a payroll human resource services with offices in Angola, Indianapolis, Sarasota, Florida. And Todd Saylor said he is hiring and values hard-working female employees. Approximately 85% of his workers are women. So here's what Todd said. Todd said, I appreciate women and their role in the society, and it seems that their expectations are to be greater and fewer resources are provided for them to compete in this current workplace. All right? And then Todd Saylor went on to say, I see many opportunities in the future of this community and this country. We just need to do better and be more purposeful in hires and training and creating jobs. Saylor also went on to say, how do we make people better? How do we invest in people, in particular the female, hardworking, multitasking world that they live in? Pretty good stuff, right? Lastly, Saylor went on to say, more people, more leaders need to be aware of how important jobs are regardless of sex or creed. I think life is full of bias. All day, every day, everywhere. Saylor said, I feel bad for the men in this workforce because of the female workforce we're about to create. I love that piece right there. All right, so let me just break this down a little bit. One, here's what Todd said. And this is what I want to make sure everybody understands here, that sometimes people read things out of context. I appreciate women and their role in society. And if I stopped right there, I might just get smacked. What I mean, I appreciate women in the society and their role in society. I mean, everybody has a role. If you play football and you're on the offensive line, your job is to block. If you play football and you're the quarterback, your job is to hand the ball off and throw the ball. In a company, Heather has a role. I have a role. We all have roles, and then in society we have roles. But the thing that I feel that's most ironic about women is that, you know, you can qualify, unfortunately, and I'm not going to try and be PC here. I'm just going to say you can qualify a man, and you know the stereotype of what his leadership role generally is, or things of that nature, are one thing. But when you think about a woman, I never thought about it the way this article kind of played out. I never thought that their role was anything but everything. You know, it's like everything. So part of my qualifications as a man, a husband, a father, a leader, you know, I see all those things in women, and I just don't see them the way this article was actually asking me these questions. So I want you to understand, you're amazing. I mean, a lot of you women in here I've known since I was under 13. And some of you ladies work for me. And I just cannot believe